Today's horoscope, Taurus April 17, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mercury moves into your privacy sector today. It recently visited this area of your solar chart from March 3rd to 29th, but, while retrograde, it returned to your social sector. Now and until May 10th, you'll be reviewing projects, working behind the scenes, and enjoying a break from overthinking. You'll look at life a little differently and pick up information you've missed in the past, perhaps while you were too busy to notice. From May 10th forward, you'll be in a more lucid state of mind for making quick decisions and beginning new projects with Mercury in your sign. Until then, take the time to think things through. Wrapping up projects can figure strongly now. Today, a looming Mercury-Neptune alignment encourages an unrushed pace. It can be a time of sudden and possibly golden ideas. What you hear or learn can stir up all sorts of feelings and spark important realizations. The universe adores your tender and sensitive heart, even if sometimes you keep it beneath your thick exterior. You're a natural lover and quite a romantic with a compassionate and empathic side. These energies will begin to become amplified today as mental Mercury, the cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication, slowly unites in conjunction with Neptune. This would be a magical moment to have a heart-to-heart with a crush or tell an acquaintance that you've secretly desired them for so very long. Handle your frustration better this time around. Today's energy might feel similar to the beginning of March. When you think back to that time, you may remember feeling frustrated, stressed, and angry over work matters. Some of your co-workers could have gone on your last nerves, or you may have felt afraid after a long day of work. Although this was challenging, you now know how to handle this energy better as Mercury re-enters Aries. Think of this as your chance to course-correct how you mentally and emotionally approach your work stressors. The planetary alignment today makes you feel ever ready to take on the next phase of your personal development. Spiritually, emotionally, physically, whatever development you are focused on right now, today's aspect will help you take the lead. Yoga is a practice that combines all of those areas into one, and when practiced on a daily basis, yoga can help you make the most of this transit. You have about 10 days left, so don't miss out. Prepare yourself with water intake before you practice. Don't push yourself to be perfect. Given the fact that you can only do what you are able to, driving yourself in this way is an exercise in futility. The energy from this day's vibration can definitely bring this into focus, however, it can help you reach a greater sense of inner peace and acceptance. Strive for the latter. Harmony is very important for most with this life path. Turn to activities that foster this kind of growth. It is just as the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, is settling into her first full day back in your relationship sector, that the moon is spending its final hours aligned with her and at a friendly aspect to both Mercury, the planet of communication, and to Mars, in his final days in your communication sector. This will leave you emotionally engaged and aware and with everything needed to get and keep the communication lines open. Meanwhile, a day after Juno left your financial sector, the moon will end the day here, and with it, a chance to get a better read on the financial resolution she has been helping you to work on. It is just as the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment and especially commitment to your relationships, is settling into her first full day back in your relationship sector, the moon leaves and wraps up its monthly visit. 2 months after leaving, Juno is back for the next 6 months, and thanks to the moon, with a chance to ensure you are emotionally engaged and aware from the start. Daily Planetary Overview. As we enter the second half of Mercury's post-retrograde shadow phase, the cosmic tides begin to shift yet again, this time with Mercury re-entering bold, fiery Aries. If you've been feeling like you've been walking through mental fog, dealing with lingering miscommunications, delays, or second-guessing your decisions, you're not alone. But here's the good news: clarity is on the horizon. This period marks an opportunity to wrap up the last threads of Mercury retrograde's chaos. It's a time for resolution, reflection, and most importantly, courage. Mercury in Aries empowers you to speak your mind with renewed honesty and assertiveness. If something's been weighing on you, this is your cosmic green light to release it. Whether it's a conversation you've been avoiding, a truth you've been holding in, or even a realization about your path forward, now is the time to be boldly authentic. That said, being direct doesn't have to mean being harsh. This isn't about confrontation for the sake of it, it's about owning your thoughts and feelings in a way that clears space for growth. And when we communicate from a place of self-awareness, we make room for deeper understanding in our relationships. You may find yourself encountering some lingering challenges over the next few days, old issues resurfacing, delays in plans, or misaligned expectations. Don't view these moments as setbacks. Instead, see them as opportunities to refine your course. Life has a way of giving us gentle nudges, and sometimes strong pushes, in the direction we're meant to go. If you're noticing recurring themes or emotional patterns, ask yourself what the lesson is. What are you being asked to revisit, and how can you approach it differently this time? When change arrives, and it likely will, try not to resist it. We all know how tempting it can be to cling to the familiar, even when it's not serving us. But change often carries the seeds of our next breakthrough. Whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal mindset, welcome these shifts with open arms. You may be surprised at the new people, ideas, and experiences that enter your life as a result. Of course, with all this fiery energy in the air, it's important to temper boldness with mindfulness. If you feel yourself getting impatient or frustrated, especially with others, pause and breathe. You may find yourself involved in more disagreements than usual, particularly if you're projecting a "my way" or the highway attitude. This is a good time to practice active listening, to tune into what others are feeling, even if they're not saying it outright. If someone's being difficult or evasive, don't let it derail your day. Sometimes, extending grace is more powerful than proving a point. In relationships, romantic, platonic, or professional, you may notice some tension, especially if you've been keeping things bottled up. Instead of jumping into conflict, take a moment to check in with yourself. What are you really feeling? What do you need? Once you're clear on that, approach the situation with calm confidence. Communication doesn't have to be dramatic to be effective. Financially, this may not be the ideal time to make big moves. If you've been feeling uncertain about money or frustrated by missteps in spending, take it as a cue to slow down and reassess. Avoid large investments or high-risk ventures for now. Stick to smaller purchases, budget mindfully, and if you're working with financial advisors, be especially discerning. This isn't about fear, it's about smart, intentional choices that align with your long-term security. Your physical health and well-being may also need some gentle attention. You might be feeling pressure from multiple areas of your life right now, which can lead to stress. But stress doesn't have to derail your wellness. Instead of abandoning your routine altogether, find a rhythm that honors where you are. Maybe that means taking a slower walk instead of a long workout, or meditating for a few minutes before bed. This is a great time to reconnect with your body's signals, learn what balance looks like for you, not just what the world says it should be. Many people think self-care is about bubble baths or spa days, and while those are lovely, real self-care also looks like being honest about your limits, saying no when needed, and nourishing your body with movement and rest in equal measure. If you've let your wellness routine slip lately, consider this your invitation to come back, not with guilt, but with curiosity. So, as this next chapter unfolds, embrace the clarity that Mercury in Aries brings. Be brave with your words, thoughtful with your actions, and open to the lessons life is offering you, especially the unexpected ones. You are being invited to move forward, not with force, but with presence.